Star Wars fans are convinced Amy Adams is playing Mara Jade. Do you know who Mara Jade is, Alan?
No.
Mara Jade.
I have an idea.
Okay. In the Star Wars extended universe, that is the continuing adventures of Han, Luke, and Leia after the events of Return of the Jedi. Mara Jade is the love of Luke Skywalker's life. Yes, folks, Luke Skywalker is a normal sexual or a heterosexual, whatever the word is today. And in the new Star Wars Starfighter that Ryan Gosling is leading, there is a rumor that Amy Adams' character is Mara Jade. You have notes for the story, Alan, but I know what I heard is that she plays a Jedi. Obviously, Mara Jade is a Jedi, and she has a son, and the son, spoilers if you care about this, but this is not confirmed. This is rumor, so I'll report this. That Amy Adams plays Mara Jade, an older Mara Jade that has a son that is the son of Luke Skywalker. And she's trying to get the son to Luke, and Ryan Gosling's character will pilot a starfighter to get Luke's son to Rey. That's what I'm told. What does this story say, Alan?
Well, I got to ask you then, what is the first season of Mandalorian? What is that about?
Exactly. It's so... What are we? Is every Star Wars storyline inspired by Uber Eats drivers? They're trying to get something to a place. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I think in this case, they're going to use Waymo to get Luke's son to
everything is a delivery service now. I got to get the plans. The princess's plans of the Death Star to the rebellion. I got to get BB-8, the plans to the map to Luke Skywalker. I got to get the Baby Yoda to the thing of the Luke. Blah, blah. And now it's so dumb. It's the plot of a video game. Okay. It's the plot of a video game. I'm not convinced. Alan, what does the story say?
All right, so here we go. Mara Jade, one of the most iconic figures from the old Star Wars expanded universe, continues to loom large over the franchise even after Disney declares her story non-canon in 2012. Created by Timothy Zahn, Mara began as the Emperor's Hand before finding redemption as a Jedi Knight and Luke Skywalker's wife. While her arc made her one of the most influential characters in the franchise's history, her path has long seemed incompatible with Disney current canon. But fresh rumors have reignited fan speculation, with Amy Adams joining Sean Levy's upcoming film Star Wars Starfighter. Audiences were intrigued when it was confirmed she would play the mother of Flynn Gray's Force-sensitive character. At first, fans joked that any redhead mother in Star Wars was bound to spark Mara Jade theories. Yet insiders John Roca and Daniel Richmond report that Amy's character may in fact be a former Jedi, and suddenly the speculation no longer seems so far-fetched. Adams would be perfectly cast as Mara Jade, some argued, and her storyline could feasibly align with the timeline. If her character trained in Luke Skywalker's Jedi Order but left due to personal attachments, breaking with the Jedi rule against family, it would echo Mara's spirit. Still, the article stressed that her defining romance with Luke remains off the table. Canon Luke has absorbed the prequel Jedi Order's view on attachment, and given him a child would risk undermining Rey, described as Star Wars' most valuable cinematic assets. The report concluded that Adams' role may be less literal resurrection of Mara Jade, but more of an homage. She may not be Mara Jade, but Amy Adams' character increasingly feels Mara-coded. Closest thing we'll get to Mara in Star Wars canon, the article noted. For many fans, that would still be an awesome way to honor Mara's legacy, even if it's less than the fandoms long for.
First of all, let me just say this. I like this rumor. It sounds so ludicrous and so dumb, it could be true. It's likely to be true. It just feels like it is. The other thing is, when you're making this movie, Star Wars Starfighter, you could even make the choice up to the last minute where there's a line or two they have in a scene. They can either leave it in or cut it out. Right? Like there's so much to that it could be easily. I think the movie would take on more weight if her character was introduced, and both Luke and Han would be deadbeat dads in Star Wars that basically had space divorces. It's kind of sad, actually. So that'll lead into another story we have to talk about. But what do you think, Alan? And then we'll go to comments.
Yeah, I love it when Disney takes beloved characters that fans have loved for a very long time and screws around with them. So,
Yes.
So there you go. Look, you might be excited about Mara Jade, but is it Mara Jade? Is this how you finally want Mara Jade to finally appear in Star Wars? It would just as easy, and I would venture to guess that they're just going to create a new character for Amy Adams and let it go at that. I just, the way they're screwing around with the extended universe, which I know nothing about, has been less than exciting, less than enthusiastic. I forget the name of the villain in Ahsoka, the one everyone loves and creams themselves over. But is that the representation of that character that you want?